So today we're talking about inverse and contrapositive conditional statements. So Mother Teresa made this statement. She said that if you judge people, you have not time to love them. Is this the same as the statement, if you don't judge people, you have time to love them? So here we have the definition of inverse and contrapositive. Remember that P is your hypothesis and Q is your conclusion. Your math teacher says, if a polygon is a triangle, then it has 3 sides. So this is your original statement, where this is your hypothesis, and the rest of this is your conclusion. So then let's write out the converse, inverse, and contrapositive. So for this example, you can check on the board to make sure your converse, inverse, and contrapositive of the math statements were correct. So example 1, if today is February 29th, then this is a leap year. So this statement is in itself true, but we need to prove it using a truth table. So let's assume that the hypothesis is true. In that case, if today is February 29th, does that make your conclusion true? Yes. So does that make your entire statement true? Yes. So this proves that your original statement is true for part A. Now part B, it says verify the inverse or disprove it. So let's start by writing the inverse. The inverse would have the negative terms in here. So if today is not February 29th, then this is not a leap year. Okay, so true or false? Give me a counterexample if you think it's false. Good. Could be February 26th. It could be December 4th. It could be any date besides February 29th, and it still could be a leap year. Then part C, verify the contrapositive. So now let's write the contrapositive. So that is the flip or the converse of your inverse. So if I flip this inverse around, so if it is not a leap year, then it is not February 29th. Is this true or false? True, because you can't have February 29th unless it's a leap year. So then we could prove this on a truth chart again, but when we're talking about the inverse of something or having the negative term, this little symbol in front of the P means inverse P. So that means having that not in there. So if we're doing this, it would be inverse Q, because now from our original equation, we've got the inverse of Q, the leap year part, first. Then we're finishing with the inverse of P, because P here is first, but here it's second, and it's got the negative, and then inverse Q, arrow, inverse P. So if this first part is true, if it's not a leap year, could it be February 29th? No, which makes that true. So is your whole statement true or is your whole statement false? Whole statement is true, so that proves that it's verified. So you can check, this was the you try, check to make sure your answer is the same. Then we're on to example 3. If a number is a multiple of 10, so that'll be your P, then it is a multiple of 5, so that's your Q. Let's write the contrapositive and verify that that and the original are true.